Hi everyone, this is YC from YC Cooks and Bakes. It's around 100 degrees in South Carolina right now. It is really, really hot. And it's hot inside our home because our central was hit by lightning a few years back. So it is really warm. I am going to be making quiche for supper. And I always make a different kind. I think last time I made spinach. This time I'm making bacon, onion, cheese, and mushroom. I always do a different one, but I can leave the link to the other ones if you want that I did. Um, but right now we're just going to make quiche, and I'm going to put some cheddar brats with it. And we normally have jalapeno brats, but we wanted a change on that too. You don't want the same thing all the time. So I will bring you forward and I will tell you what I am doing to make my quiche. The first thing you should know is that I already made my pie crust. I made 2 of these because that's like a separate recipe in itself, and you don't want to have to wait on me to do that. But I have 2 of them. Okay, so I'm going to bring you forward, and then I'm going to get my glass bowl. Okay. And I usually like to do 4 eggs per pie, and I have 8 in here that I've already cracked because you don't need to wait on that either. You know how to, I'm assuming you know how to crack an egg. It's not hard to do. Okay, so I'm going to put in some seasonings. I'm going to put in some garlic powder because we like garlic in it. And then I'm going to put in some pepper. And you put the seasonings, that your family likes. And then I'm going to put in some iodized salt. Okay, like that. And in this, we also have to put, I put a cup of half and half. Okay, and then we're going to get out our whisk, and we're just going to whisk this all up. So that all the egg yolks break into the egg whites and the half and half, mixing up the spices. You want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for this recipe, and it cooks between 35 and 45 minutes depending on your oven. And I'm doing 2 pies, so if you wanted to cut this in half, you could do 1. You know how that is with my family. Everything you have to cut in half if you're alone or just 2 or 3 people. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did. I took a whole medium white onion and I sauteed it because you don't want to leave it hard, And I'm going to divide that amongst the 2 pie crusts. If you hear someone walking, that's my dog. Okay. And I'll bring this one forward, and I'm just going to divide it, in half. Like half in this one, and half in this one. You just kind of want the same in each one, Just dividing it up. It's easier to do it this way before pouring in your egg mixture. Okay, and then we're going to spread this out. So you just spread it out so it looks like sporadically put across it. And you know that. You can tell what I'm doing. Okay. And what I do is I don't cut these in a million pieces like you would a pumpkin pie or a blueberry pie. It's supper, so you have to cut it like in four, so each person gets like a quarter of the pie, if that makes any sense. Okay, and then I have some bacon, and I cooked 3 slices for each pie. So I'm gonna just cut this up for this pie. I'm gonna cut 3 slices for this one and 3 slices for that one, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so this is what it looks like in this one, and this is what it looks like in this one. And now I have a can of mushrooms. If I show it to you, you're not going to be able to see it, right? Because I don't have the mirroring done yet, but it's mushrooms, you know. See. And I'm just going to sporadically put these throughout both of them. And I bought, you know, the cooked mushrooms because I like the texture of these canned ones better for some reason. But if I was, like my husband does a steak, he wants the real thing from the crisper. And that's fine. This is real too. It's just, it's come to you prepared differently. And I like the texture of these 4 quiche. And you can put green onion in this, green pepper, whatever you want, you know. I'm just doing this particular, using these at this time. Because, you know, like I said, we try to change it up a bit. Okay. All right, and I think that's it. And see, go like that, and go like that. And then I'm going to put in, basically what I'm going to do is that mixture I made, I'm going to put in, let me move one aside. I'm going to divide the mixture up between the 2 of them. You understand? So, because you want to make sure they kind of have the same amount. Let me get this one on this side. Ooh, got the handle all messy. A little bit more in that one. And I mean, if you have to add more eggs and more half and half, you could, you know, or if you have a creamer, whatever you need to do, you know. And if you fill them too much and you're worried about it, you know, spilling over, just put them on top of a cookie sheet in your oven, you know, or a sheet with foil on it. There. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to put is cheese on top of each one. Okay, I'm just going to divide the cheese up amongst both of them and then put them in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done, okay? Okay, everyone, our supper is ready, and I just want you to see it. I'll lift you up so you can see it. There's the sausage. That's cheddar in it. And there's the quiche. Now, I have to put you forward so you can see them. I have to let them sit about 5 minutes before I can cut them. That's why I didn't cut it yet. I just now turned the oven off. Um, but I will, I always put my plate as the thumbnail. So, okay, I'm going to say goodnight to you. Bye bye.